Christine Elliott, the widow of former Finance Minister Jim Flaherty, has officially kicked off her campaign for leader of Ontario's PC party.
It's about jobs in the economy. We need to make sure that there are jobs out there for people, particularly for young people.
Elliott has been an MPP for the Whitby-Oshawa riding, east of Toronto, since 2006. She's going up against three other candidates in the race to succeed Tim Hudak. He resigned after the Tories' crushing defeat against the Liberals this past summer. Now, for a look at that and some of the other political headlines this week, we're joined by political consultant Michael Geoghegan in Victoria. Michael, good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start with the Prime Minister in China. Big deals announced. What do you think this means for Canadian business?
Well, I think it's very good news for Canadian business. The deals announced so far, I believe they're worth about $2.5 billion. And there's been some major announcements with regards to currency, and all that bodes well in terms of increasing trade with what has now become our second largest trading partner after the United States.
And it doesn't hurt to be overseas right now looking prime ministerial.
No, it definitely doesn't. And, you know, hey, this time of the year, it's always good to get out of Ottawa.
Yeah, a lot of people probably want to be out of Ottawa. What do you make of the scandals and accusations that have been flying there?
Well, you know, sort of inappropriate conduct by politicians with regards to staff, pages, etc., are nothing new. You know, in days of old, it was generally kept quiet or covered up. People were just quietly moved on or relocated or dismissed if they complained. I think in the wake of the scandal involving Jean Gomeshi over at another network and his conduct, his abusive conduct towards women, that's encouraged other women to come forward about the conduct that they've received from various members of Parliament in Ottawa. So I'm not entirely surprised given the coverage it's had in the news.
Justin Trudeau moved very quickly to boot them out of his caucus. What do you make of his handling once he found out?
Well, you know, I thought the NDP saying that, oh, you know, these staff have been victimized a second time, I thought that was a bit much, because if he had done nothing, they could have easily condemned him as, you know, being part of the conspiracy of silence that allows this kind of ill treatment of people to continue. And I say people because there's also been a former male staffer that's come forward or page or what have you, that complained of sexual harassment and whatnot. So you know, it's one of those things where, you know, he took fairly dramatic action and then was condemned for it. So I sort of felt that he was, you know, damned if he did, damned if he didn't.
And there was always the potential that this could have erupted in the middle of an election campaign.
Well, exactly. And I think it's one of those things where, you know, we're in terms of your conduct, you know, whether it's in the workplace, whether you're an elected official or whatnot, you know, don't be grabbing people or making, you know, inappropriate conduct and whatnot, you know, unless it's welcome, and generally keep it out of your workplace environment, because, you know, if you've got any kind of supervisory position over that person, I mean, it's you know, that will quickly lead to all kinds of trouble.
Electoral law now. Dean Del Mastro, it sounded like he was keeping the boxing gloves on and then he quit.
Yes, you know, he stuck it out, and then just before the axe was going to fall, he quit. So, I mean, he you know, the writing was on the wall. He'd been convicted. He knew he was going to be censured. He knew he was going to be turfed, and he resigned at that point. So right up till, you know, the second before midnight, he quit.
Michael Geoghegan, always good to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.